Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing ROOTHORN at level 100 rank 0. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. Now, this mythic monster, you can actually obtain in the Conjuring event for free, but here's a catch. There's always a catch in this game, okay? The chances of you obtaining this monster is very low. I'm talking single digits. So it is super low. You know, you gotta be lucky to actually get this monster. It's not as low as it's not like the chances aren't as low as getting an ancestral mythic, but or did I say mythic? Ancestral monster, but like it's still kind of low, you know what I mean? You gotta be lucky. Now obviously I don't have this monster. This is actually in on Bunky's account, one of my teammates, so huge thanks to her for letting me borrow her account to review this monster for you guys. So rank 0 hardened, rank 1 stun immunity, and then rank 3 static caster area poison. Not the best trait, to be honest, but hopefully the skills make it up. Let's see what we got in terms of skills. You do have a 30% life shield to itself. Moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies poison and bleeding. So it comes with 2 tortures. That's actually not that bad. Next up, we have the hard way. Okay, it's a 50% life shield to one ally. It deals moderate metal damage to one enemy. Or sorry, to one ally. What? You're dealing damage to yourself or your ally. So technically, if you do apply this shield to yourself or your ally, you can actually hurt them. And then you're also increasing the maximum life of the ally by 20%. Really? That's an interesting way. So I guess, you know, apply life shield and remove life and increase maximum life. Interesting. So you do have this other skill, Rose Blood Stem, which removes evasion from one enemy, deals heavy nature damage to one enemy, applies toxins and bleed. This is actually a pretty good single target skill. You do have a massive metal damage to one enemy, and that comes with a daze as well. So if you want to go ahead and run it, you can. You do have a 30% life shield and increases the maximum life by 50%. I actually recommend running this over this. Okay. So if you want to pair it up with like a tank, I feel like that actually works very, very well because you can actually take advantage of the maximum life increase and the shield, you know, use as your advantage. So this mythic is like a hybrid monster, mainly an attacker, I would say. So run him as an attacker. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these since they're cheap right now. And I'm not sure if she's going to max this monster out or not, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give in some cheap runes. So maybe like level 5s or actually level 5. I think she's gonna use that for race. Maybe 7s. 7s are also being used in race. 8s? Nah, that's too much. You know what? Let's just do. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with this. Now, I'm going to go with 2 strength though. So, run up 2 strength like this. So, do 2 strength, 1 speed, or you can do 2 speed and 1 strength. That also works out for this monster. In terms of relics, not the best relic slots, to be honest. I'll go ahead and tell you guys in just a second why. So, you can go with almost any sword in here. I'm going to go with this. And then for shield, probably Drobonaut's shield or almost any of them really works. The thing is, this monster does not have any form of stamina regen. So if you end up running out of stamina, you're going to have to charge up. You might have to run this monster with monsters that could actually apply stamina regen. Now, in terms of cooldown, it's actually not that bad, except maybe this skill right here. And stamina-wise, it's okay. It's not the best because I see that there is about 2 skills that's a bit high. But then these 2 aren't actually that bad. So the ultimate is called Rizophora's Omen. So it's a very heavy nature damage to all enemies, applies Mega Root and reverse healing to all enemies. Interesting ultimate. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pair it up with the monsters that I already know on top of my head. What I'm going to do is first select him. So he's going to be our attacker. Now, you can go ahead and pair it up with almost any Megataunt. I feel like it works well with Megataunt. It doesn't have to be Megataunt. Especially, like, it could be like a taunt monster. Like, for example, Sealgroth, you know, just a normal tank taunt monster, or for example there was this another one, Slob right here, you know what I mean? It could be any of those. So we have our attacker, we do have King Adam, and last but not least, I'm going to pair it up with a monster that could actually do stamina regen and also apply damage boost. Now here's the thing, I would probably also pair it up with okay, you know what, I think I know the perfect monster. It is not from this era, it's from the Galactic era. There it is, K911. So this monster has the ability to trade the table, damage boost, you know, provide all those damage boosts, and I think also stamina regen. No? Oh, I guess not. Okay. So unfortunately, you're missing out on stamina regen. But if you do run like a mask on him, I think he holds a mask, if I'm not mistaken. You can probably stamina regen with that too. So I'm just gonna go and charge up there. Now, This skill right here is very nice because you can deal quite a lot of damage. Look at this. This comes with a moderate nature damage. All enemies applies poison and bleed. So it comes with 2 sources, and on top of that, you're applying 30% life shield to yourself. So taking advantage of all those damage boosts, I'm able to deal quite a lot of damage. The sword kicks in for the extra damage as well. And you know what? I am going to provide more damage boosts. But you know what? I'm actually not going to attack this time. What I'm going to do is apply this 30% life shield with the maximum life increase by 50%. Now, as you guys can see, this is what I meant earlier, you know, taking advantage of this. Now, it doesn't have to be King Adam exactly. I don't know if that actually... Yeah, you know what? It doesn't have to be King Adam. It could be anybody, really, like I said. So right now, we have the 50% damage boost, or mirror, sorry, with the Mega Taunt. And on top of that, we have shield, and our life has actually increased. It's not supposed to be 658,000. Normally, it's something else, but... Yeah, okay, so, oh, this is his most powerful skill right here, 70%. Look at that, 221k damage. Oh, and then the sword also kicks in. Okay, interesting. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to use that skill again, the one from earlier. Look at this. I'm going to do the shield with the maximum life increase. As you can see, we have 658k. On top of that, we have 197,587 life. So if we were to... Wow, these guys are slow. Man, my shield ran out. They're so slow that my shield ran out. And then the easy way, look at that skill. It's cooldown. It's on cooldown until next turn. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I have the perfect idea, because these guys are slightly faster than those other monsters. It's not as slow. So what we're going to do is actually use it against these guys. Plus, these guys will deal quite a lot of damage. So they'll take a lot of the damage back from the damage mirror. And on top of that, I can actually stack up some of that shield. So look, shield with the maximum life increase. As you can see, 658k. And we're going to keep the shield and the maximum life increase until this turn. When they get the turn, hopefully they'll attack. Yep, they did. Look at that. The shield takes that. The damage mirror, obviously, that's from his trait. So that's something you don't really see with ROOTHORN. He only does the maximum life increase and the shield. He doesn't apply damage mirror. But yeah, it's an interesting monster, I would say. It's not the best attacker. So if you're looking for a really good attacker, I don't think this is really the one to go for. He does have some nice tortures that he applies. And it's just that I feel like it's his traits. If his traits would have been better, maybe if he had Pierce is really good for attackers. It's like every time you see Pierce and that attacker has some good damaging skills, that's automatically going to be meta. So you guys are probably wondering what's meta. Well, that basically just means that the monster is viable, and you can actually use it against almost any team. Some of these attackers, like in the higher leagues, you can't really use them. You know what I mean? Because they're not as powerful, they're not as good as the other ones. Comparing them, you know what I mean? One's better than the other. So, I guess we'll trade disable you. And you do have a maximum life increase with this monster as well, by 50%. So, if we were to, let's say, increase that, it's 987k. I wonder if I can actually stack that up even more with this skill right here. So, it's 987k. Let's see. Oh, wait, that's the... Wait, increase in maximum life. Maybe it doesn't stack up, or maybe it's a bug. One of the two. So here's what we're going to do. I do want to apply damage boost. And we can apply even more tortures. Or we can actually just take it down fully with this massive metal damage skill. His most powerful skill again. So, again, just be careful of, you know, traps. Traps is also a huge thing that you got to watch out from. Because if he gets hit with a trap, then... you lose all your stamina, and good luck recovering. So maybe pair it up with this monster, because Elgato can provide stamina and also damage boost. Now, why didn't I go with Elgato in the first place? Because you also need a monster that could trade disable. You know what I mean? Trade disable is also very important, or could remove other status effects. That's why I went with K11 initially, because... in case if you go up against a Megataunt in battle, like PvP or something, you'll see a lot of Megataunts. You'll need a monster that could open up the path. You know what I mean? And so that this monster go ahead and deal damage to whoever it wants. Because against Megataunts, you can't really do much. Everything will go towards the Megataunt. This, you know, evasion skill roving evasion. That's a nice touch, I would say, to this monster. But overall, I don't think it's going to be meta. Definitely not. But if you are like, let's say, a starter, this mythic's not that bad. So if you want to invest in it and you're actually a starter and this is maybe your first few mythics that you have, then go ahead and use it. You know, it'll be good. For starters, it's good, but for competitive players, not so much. That's going to be pretty much it for today's monster video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe anyways, and let me in the comments below your thoughts and opinions on this monster, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.